So, Mike, tell us about the Innovation Challenge.
The first thing is that if this is to be worthy of all of the massive amount of work that's going to go into it, it has to deliver at least a 50% improvement in what the hand can achieve in terms of the caliber of work done and in terms of the speed of work done. We need people's hands to be used to their absolute maximum potential. And maximum potential is only achieved by the technique that is introduced being intuitive. It's got to be completely automatic to the mind. No thinking required, instinctive actions. The second point is that the design solution must be capable of driving the full range of cleaning media, cleaning and caring media, whether you're in the hospital environment or caring for the patient, or indeed caring for infants. In fact, the perfect solution will go even further. It'll go into beauty treatments and effectively wherever the hand is at work. The solution has to be completely neutral. It must have no impact on the chemical environment that it's introduced to. It mustn't carry anything with it. It mustn't distribute anything except the power to clean and care. The third, and this is arguably the biggest area of challenge, is that it has one form. One form has to work for every hand size. We can't have a situation where you go to a cupboard and take one of a whole range of things. It's just not practical. One form must work for all hand sizes, must work for left hand or right hand. It mustn't be a glove. Pulling on a glove is another job in between you and the job that you mean to do. So what we really need is something so simple that you can just put your hand on it and now it's with you and it works. Oh, even more important, it mustn't stick to the hand. Nobody likes anything that sticks to you. And so when you want rid of it, it's got to jump off instantly. You begin to see the extent of the challenge. Number 4 is that we're going into an environment, the hospital world primarily, where cost is everything. So we have to come up with a solution that is as near zero cost as can be imagined. In fact, on this we had huge fun. There's only one commodity on the planet that is free. And so we decided to make a substantial part of the product from that commodity, air. Air is the only thing that's free. So we took the lowest cost materials on the planet, and then we pumped them full of air. So that better than 40% of the solution, I'm getting ahead of myself, better than 40% of the solution is actually air. Number 5 is terribly, terribly important. You can't, if you want to create something that is very, very low cost, you can't be inventing machinery to make it. So you have to find an existing production setup, which is preferably commonplace and in existence all around the world. And you have to bend that with as little expense as you can possibly engineer and make it produce your product. Number 6, if you can make your product create a safer environment still for the people who have the work of using it, if you can protect their hand from knocks and bumps and finger stubs, that means that they can actually work at a much faster pace. If you're not concerned about stubbing your fingers when you zip across a surface and into corners, you can zip much faster. So protecting the hand is a bonus if you can deliver it. Now this is the big one. For the whole project to fly, whatever you create has to be patentable. If it isn't patentable, then you're simply investing all of the money and energy required to make the solution, and you're going to give it to the world. Well, we are altruistic. That is in our hearts. But we do have to return the honor that our shareholders have done us in funding our business. And so ownership of this is important, and that can only be through patents.
So you've got 7 criteria, and I guess now you want the viewers to come up with their own solution, which might be as good as or perhaps even better than the one you've come up with.
Always. The only constant thing in the world is change. And ingenuity and brilliance in all of the people out there is extraordinary. All it takes is a tiny incremental trick to be up above what exists and to own intellectual property. And the people all around the world are brilliant at it. The British, historically, have been the best, but it's no longer limited to Britain. It's worldwide.
So in the next video, we're going to show people the product and see how close it is to what they came up with.
We're going to share exactly what our solution is. We don't say that it is the best thing. We say that it's our solution. We're enormously proud of it, but we know that there is brilliance out there. What we're looking at is complete loss of all of it. Yeah, devastating. I was in shock. I never imagined that such an illustrious organisation would behave in such an appalling fashion. They are effectively denying all of our innovation for the benefit of patients and hospitals around the world. Beyond appalling, they're a law unto themselves. These people might as well be running a protection racket in turn of the century Brooklyn.
You haven't named the giant. Why is that?
They are so huge, a small organisation simply cannot take them to court, and they know it.
I think it's time we told people who it is. Who is it?